Hello and welcome to Friday. We're covering mutations today. Sounds super duper like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not quite. So you have two assignments to do, the first of which is going to be reading on CK12. So that is in Schoology. What you are going to do is just like before, you're going to go ahead, read through it, and I want you to focus majority of your attention right here. Oops, get rid of that. On the point mutations and the frame shift mutations, because you will need to know, how do I get out of it? There we go. You will need to know about those in order to do your assignment part 2. So read through this, answer the 10 questions or get 10 right, and then make sure to hit submit so that I can see your score and so that it gets submitted in for a grade. The second thing that you're going to be doing is going in and looking at one of your peers' DNA sequences and trying out some mutations. So what do I mean by that? Well, your peers have at this point submitted their first discussion post, and you're just going to pick one, okay? And then from that, you are going to mutate it in a couple of different ways. In fact, 3 different ways. So pick anyone you want, just not your own. And so in this case, what I've done is I've just taken the DNA sequence that I gave you on like Tuesday or Wednesday, and this is what we originally had. So this is the DNA sequence, here's the RNA sequence, and here's the amino acid with the 1-letter abbreviations making Miss Yes, stay safe, and a stop codon at the end, unless you are a real go-getter and did it at the beginning when I had a mutation of my own in the sequence. So there's going to be 3 things that you're going to do with this. You're not going to do this with mine. You're not going to do this with yours. You have to pick a different one from somebody else in the class. So one that somebody in the class did. And so you're going to show me what is the deletion that happens, or sorry, what is the mutation that happens if you have a deletion in the middle nucleotide in codon 3. So 1, 2, 3, third codon, the middle one, that's this guy right here. So what happens if that just goes away? If this individual piece of DNA is gone, what is the RNA that is produced? What is the new polypeptide that is produced? And you really just need to focus on right here, that 1-letter abbreviation, okay? So, you'll start out with that, and then you will need to figure out one missense mutation. Make sure that it's really super duper clear which codon is being affected. So that's where the numbering comes into play. And if the person that you're using their sequence, if they didn't number them, you'll want to just go in and number them. And so tell me which codon that is changing and what it is changing from and to. So for example, if I wanted my missense mutation to be at codon number 10, I'd say that, I should really focus on the DNA, that ATG maybe is converted to CTG. What does that do to the RNA? What does that do to the amino acid? And most importantly, what is the polypeptide that results? So these are all just going to have one change in the letter. You're going to do the same thing for the silent mutation. My son is talking about Pokemon right now. I love Pokemon. Anyway, and then you have a bonus option. If you can figure out how to mutate the DNA sequence in such a way that it creates a nonsense mutation, awesome. Now, they're not always going to be possible, so you got to get a little bit creative with that. But anyway, there's your assignment. If you've got questions, let me know. Just to kind of recap 2 things. You're doing the CK12 first so that you understand what mutations are, and then you're going in and picking a classmate's DNA sequence and mutating it in a few different ways, 3 different ways. So post that in the comments. Take a look at what other people have done just so you can visually start to understand what's going on with all of this, and catch you on the flip side. Boom.